Hi everyone, good afternoon. It is Thursday afternoon, 16th of April, and I'm going to do a quick scan of the markets. And the reason why is because there are some significant things sort of starting to take shape technically. Starting off with the Dow, what I want to highlight here is the at least equal highs in terms of price action here. But not only that, the fact that both of the momentum indicators are trending lower. Okay, so they're starting to trend a lot lower. If I just kind of zoom out a bit, it becomes more obvious here. So a lot of that implies, especially because we've got 3 lower highs in each case, implies that the markets are certainly either going to consolidate or change trend. Not only that, but obviously we now have a lower high. We're starting to break the lows here. So I'm looking at this level of support and then looking for price to break through that and head lower. So the momentum indicator is supporting that. Having a look at S&P. S&P showing a similar bearish divergence. Sort of a head and shoulders pattern here, which is really a shift from an uptrend into a downtrend. So again, I would like to see this level here at this level here broken, which is let's just have a look at that price, call it 2730. Have that broken. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq, which is a key driver. So Nasdaq is still looking relatively bullish and so far bearish indicators, but hasn't produced a lower high yet. So certainly my confidence in looking for shorter opportunities will be there if we can break these lows. So if price can actually reject this level and start to head lower, break these lows and follow through, then the S&P and Dow Jones opportunities look better. Jumping over to the FTSE, this has already done a much deeper retracement and already looking more bearish than bullish, coming through and testing support now as potential resistance. So what I like to do is obviously trade the weakest ones to the downside, but I do like it if the strong one, which would be the Nasdaq, is also looking bearish. Same thing here with the Euro stocks, also looking more bearish, getting ready to break lower, and if it does, it's likely to head down to these new levels, which means there's some good trading opportunities to the downside if the markets follow through on that, but they are looking very much like they want to do that. Bearish divergence again here with the DAX. Same thing again, almost as though it's getting ready to break these levels of support. We're looking at the French CAC has got a lower swing low here, or lower low, and again also looking bearish on that divergence on the momentum indicator. And Hang Seng as well, looking at these levels of support. So I need to see price break through those levels of support. If they can come back and test it and reject it, that's a bonus. But certainly breaking below that would start to shift the momentum to the downside. Okay, then having a look at oil. So oil is now coming back down to these significant lows, and I'm looking to see what happens here. It's effectively stuck within a range. It's not so much in a downtrend anymore. It's still stuck within this range. So I'll be looking for shorting opportunities below that level and long opportunities above this level. Last week I was looking to see it was a really nice bullish attempt up to the upside, and I was looking for it to head up to 42. It has subsequently headed back down, and again it's effectively stuck within a range. So it could actually be attempting to turn around, but I will only really know that for certain when I see it. Look, I mean, it's got bullish divergence here, so we've got equal lows, if not a lower low, and this indicator MACD is starting to look more bullish. But if it breaks to the downside, I'll be looking for shorts. If it breaks to the upside, then I'll be looking for longs. Brent as well, similar, coming back down to testing these levels to see if they hold. So I'm going to skip some of the other ones as well. Go through and have a look at the dollar index. So the dollar index, no clear direction at the moment, and waiting on the sidelines for that. Looking at euro dollar looking slightly weaker today. For intraday opportunities, certainly going down to the lower time frames, it's very choppy, so there's nothing really there. Having a look at, say, cable, go across and look at sterling against the US dollar. Also, no clear trend. So let's go up to the 1 hour time frame and get a sense of what's going on here. There's no clear trend. Having a look at Aussie dollar, US dollar, starting to do a retracement. You can see the bullish divergence here. If I switch up to a 4 hour, it will stand out a bit more. You can see here that the markets are starting to look a little bit more bullish on this side, even though it was nice and bearish early in the week. Kiwi dollar, also at this point still looking quite nice and bearish. Breaks below these lows, should start to head down to the next level, which implies a slightly weaker Kiwi and a stronger US dollar. Dollar yen, no clear direction. So effectively here, because the US dollar index has no clear direction, a lot of the majors and minors have no clear direction either. Okay, so if they do, that's great, but most of them don't seem to. CAD appears to want to climb to the upside, pretty much about to break these previous highs and push on. But otherwise, and aside from Kiwi dollar, not a lot going on there. Let's have a look at Euro GBP. So Euro GBP is starting to flatten out. So let's go and have a look at it on a daily basis. Just looking to see if there's bullishness starting to creep in on these, but that not really showing much going on there either, going largely sideways. Euro yen. So I'm looking for some really clear trends. That's nice and bearish. Look at that. That's really cool. So that will have some good opportunities there. Euro yen starting to head lower towards this level of support. So that's pretty cool. How's Euro Swissy doing? Nice and bearish. Beautiful. And actually these opportunities immediately, that's a 15-minute time frame. There'll be some good trading opportunities along these lower time frames. So that's interesting. Euro yen, Euro Swissy looking bearish. Let's see if Euro CAD is as well. Euro CAD actually looking more bullish than bearish, producing a bullish candle here, potentially climbing to the upside. Euro Aussie, this one actually doing a daily retracement. So there we go. It's produced a bearish candle. This might well be a swing trading opportunity to the downside. So I want to see how that candle closes. Euro Kiwi as well. Euro Kiwi also back now in the moving averages, but not looking as bearish as Aussie dollar. Let's have a look at a few of these. Pound yen now starting to look weaker. So going down to that 4-hourly time frame, starting to look at lower highs and lower lows there. Pound Swissy. So I'm looking for stuff with a much stronger, clearer trend, and some of the GBP pairs might be willing to do that. Pound CAD, again, more leaning to the upside, showing effectively that the Canadian dollar is actually looking pretty weak. Pound Aussie, look at that really nice retest of that level of support and resistance. Look at the daily bearish candle. So Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie looking as though they are setting up to head lower this week. So swing trading opportunity this evening. Kiwi CAD, let's have a look. Kiwi CAD, nope, nothing there. Kiwi yen, nice and bearish. So again, Kiwi yen, Euro yen. What was GBP yen like? Was that also bearish as well? Okay, Aussie Kiwi. Let's have a look at these final few charts. Aussie Kiwi, nice and bullish. Wow, really good opportunities there, even down to the lower time frames potentially. 30 minutes coming back to retest this level could be an opportunity for me to go long on those. Let's go back to Aussie yen. Is Aussie yen bearish? Yeah, but only if it breaks through this level, this consolidation. Aussie Swissy, wow, really good. Oh, it's updated. I beg your pardon. Okay, that was looking pretty cool. Now looking as though it's setting up for a bullish candle here. So that might actually be a swing trading opportunity to the upside. We'll see, because the weekly chart is actually now still in this area as a potential sell. So that is one of those forks in the roads where the daily looks like it wants to go higher and the weekly looks like it's getting ready to potentially go lower. Aussie CAD, no clear trend. Swissy yen, also looking bearish. So we've got a lot of JPY charts looking bearish. CAD yen also looking bearish. CAD Swissy, and that's the currencies. Okay, fine. Potential bearish candle there. Let's have a look at gold. How's gold looking? I'm looking for a retracement on gold. There we go. Starting to look to see that break to the upside. Silver's not as appealing. And neither is platinum. Okay, so platinum actually looking quite bearish at this level of resistance. Finally, finishing off with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No clear trend, and Ethereum, no clear trend. Let's have a look. All right, strong levels of resistance. So there we go. So there's a couple of yen charts that look pretty good. The indices, I'm looking for breaks lower, and Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie looking as though they've got bearish end of day swing trading setups. That's it from me.